Hello people on the VOD! We've been streaming for a little while, but I didn't have record activated. It's now activated. So nothing's really happened. There was a hype train that was really lovely. But in terms of actual modding, haven't really done any yet. But we have decided to work on Bone Wolf. So that's what I'm doing. There we go. Right. So, modding. That's what we're doing. So we've opened up Bone Wolf and Lucien in the SSE edit. So I'm now going to do my usual hack and just copy something generic across as an override in order to set up the appropriate master dependency. So we do it like that. Little ESL. This is going to be called Lucien Bone Wolf Patch. There you go. And I'm going to add Lucien as a master dependency as well. And then I'm going to delete the add-on there. And there you go. Skyrim, update, Bone Wolf, and Lucien all set up as masters, and it's an ESL, so that's all properly configured. So we're just going to hit Control and S. Job's a good one. So now we can fire up the creation kit. Yeah, no, Jolteon is the best. I mean, yeah, Sylveon's cute, Vaporeon's cute. Oh, hey, Bobzilla, welcome. Sorry, I didn't see your message. Yeah, they're all cute, but, you know, Jolteon probably was my first evolution, or one of my first evolutions. Oh, I had an Umbreon and an Espeon from, Pokemon Colosseum, of course. Who are my close, joint second favourites, I think. But yeah, Jolteon is my favourite. What's Lucien's favourite evolution? Probably because he's voiced by me and I do all his writing. Probably Jolteon as well, because why not? I have never had a shiny Pokemon. I've never got one. So you're very lucky. I wish they did as well. The GameCube Pokemon games were the best. They were amazing. So yeah, I wish they did. But they probably won't. And I liked how the plot was darker and more mature than the mainstream Pokemon games. I thought that was fun. It was cool stuff with the whole Shadow Pokemon thing. It's very exciting. But they don't do that anymore. Right, set that as active file, created by Joseph Russell, because that me. And this is going to be Lucien Bone Wolf Patch, version 1.5.0C, because that's the current most up-to-date version number. And I'm going to hit OK. Get that loading up. Now, while that's loading, I just want to say this is a modding workshop stream. So it's not just you watching me. The whole point of this is that if you guys have any modding questions at any point, you want to know how some aspect of Lucien works, you want to know how to make a follower mod of your own, and you want to know a specific question about that, or about modding in general, any kind of question you have at all, really, about this sort of thing, please just jump in and ask at any time, and I will do my best to answer. So just let me know. Ah, Secret Time Lady, hello, you need a Twitch VIP badge. Because you appear to not have one, and you are definitely in need of one, so I'm just going to give you that now. There you go, VIP badge. Apologies for not granting that before. Like I say, anyone else who needs a Twitch VIP badge who's been sponsoring me on Patreon, really appreciate that. Mirror B is the absolute top bloke. Oh, hey, King Raccoon Psychologist, welcome. Oh, yeah, Pokemon Snap's going to be awesome. Wish I had a Twitch, but... a Switch. But there we go. What was I going to say then? Yeah, so the idea with this is you guys ask me any questions you have at any point, and I will stop and answer them, because this is supposed to be a sort of two-way thing. You ask me stuff, I'll answer. How does one obtain the VIP badge? The VIP badge is a reward for my Patreon. I think it's the... Chronicle of Flavius tier and above. I think the $5 tier. It's just a special thank you for the people who sponsor me on Patreon, you know. Give back to them a little bit. It's mostly aesthetic. It has a few perks, like it allows you to talk more in restricted mode, and lets you post links, which other people can't do. But yeah, it's just a little nice extra thing, really. Yeah, it's for the Chronicle of Flavius tier and above, so that's the $5 tier. Ah, K GoPro needs one. Working on that now. Okay, GoPro, here you go. There's your VIP badge granted. The Ripchen, you need one as well. The point is, guys, I'm not ever informed of what your Twitch ID is when you subscribe on Patreon. It doesn't tell me. So I did do a post on Patreon, which you guys should be able to see, telling you to please message me with your Twitch ID if you want me to grant you the badge. So I've only been doing it for people who've asked for it. But yeah, please tell me if you haven't got it and you need it. Please let me know and I will give it to you. Because you definitely should have it. So there you go. The Ripchen, you should have yours now as well. You get the little diamond. Right, let's work through these questions then, while Tiny Lucian's dreaming of sweet rolls. Okay. So Vat says, how did you come up with and work through Lucian's storyline / quest? What inspired you / helped you to keep everything together and nicely tied? You mean the story / lore part of it. So, I had the idea for a Dwemer AI, and apologies, there are spoilers for the Lucian's personal quest here, so close your ears if you've not played that yet. But I had the idea for a Dwemer AI ages ago, before I ever made any quest mods. It was when I was working on Mihail, because I did the quest implementation for Mihail's Sulphur and Fire and House Drez mods. And when I was working on that, I was planning on doing a quest mod entirely of my own. And I had the idea for a Dwemer AI then. But I never actually got around to implementing that. That was just an idea that I had. I liked the idea of you starting out thinking you were helping someone, like a child or something, and then have it turn around. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with my mic here. Have it turn out actually to be a projection of an AI afterwards, and you'd actually unleashed an evil by helping them. I like the idea of tricking the player. That was the original concept for it. But ultimately, I didn't get around to actually doing that, and then I worked on Lucien instead. So when it came to doing Lucien's personal quest, I wanted to reuse that idea because I still had it kicking around my head. So I tried to come up with a concept for it, and I was lucky enough to have the assistance of the incomparable Jay Krojmal, who created Dark End. And he's also of JK's, you know, JK's Skyrim. He made all that stuff. And he teamed up with me on it. And he is an amazing level designer. And I sort of talked about the idea with him. And he was really keen on doing a Dwemer ruin. So we sort of developed the story idea kind of as we went along with it. I knew I wanted the Oblivion Gate because I liked the idea of bringing that Daedric component to it. I think it gave it a bit more believability rather than just having it being a Dwemer AI, because really that is a stretch of the lore to have the Dwemer able to create AI. However, having the introducing the Daedric component I thought was a really nice twist on it, especially since the Dwemer traditionally didn't work with Daedra. You know, it was interesting. I thought surely not all Dwemer hated Daedra because they were scientists, you know, and that's a whole aspect of science that they weren't interested in. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting idea, and it played off Lucien's scientific interest quite nicely. So I sort of developed it through the course of that. Sort of through the back and forth with JK, like what should we add here? He had a lot of ideas for the level design. It was his idea to have those different tiers that you work your way up through, from the engine to the heart to the core. So I sort of wrote the dialogue around that. That's kind of how we came up with it. And then as for Intruders, the second quest, that was born of how can I introduce a horse in a lore-friendly way, and I thought that was a fun way to do it. And I have plans for a third quest. So, yeah, I have plans for a third quest, which I can't tell you anything about, but has been sort of developed. And that'll be coming out later this year. Right, Nuna wants a badge as well. Nuna, you definitely get a badge. Hang on, let me do that. Oh, maybe, I don't think you can be a VIP and a moderator. Yeah, you can't. Because you're moderator, Nuna, you can't have the VIP badge as well. Because you're an upgrade on that. So, sorry, you can't have that one, I'm afraid. Sorry, Nuna. Do I have Pokemon Sun or Moon / Pokemon Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon? No, I don't. I've never played those ones, but I would love to at some point, but I don't have them. Zelda Darkness wants to know how to combine ESPs. So what you want to look up is merging, but it's a very tricky process to get. You want to be careful with that because you can't just merge anything willy-nilly. You've got to be careful with doing that. So there's tools you can use to do it. You can do it through SSE Edit, or you can do it through Rybash. And if you just look up how to merge mods on the internet, you'll find some very good tutorials for it, but you just want to be really careful with it. so that you don't, because you can cause problems, especially if you're doing it mid-playthrough. And I certainly would say never try and merge any of Lucien's files or patches, because that way madness lies. Yeah. If they're just your own ones, you can alternatively literally just copy with overwrite all the files from one ESP into another ESP. If you wanted to, you can sort of do it that way. But yeah, look up the process, because it's very well documented online. Hello, Frizzy Dragon. Welcome to the stream. Did I see that clip of Lucien I posted on the Discord from Phantom Fluffy? I don't think so. Ping me and I'll have a look later after the stream. If you always ping me. If you want me to specifically see something on the Discord, drop me a ping. Because I can't keep up with everything that's on there. But yeah. Would you be open to Bethesda bringing back the Dwemer in the future ES title as a plot point / main villains? Of course I'd be open to it. Anything Bethesda, it's their game, it's their lore. Whatever they say goes. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Do I have plans for adding new spells for Lucien? Yes, I'd love to add some new spells for Lucien. It's just a matter of prioritizing stuff. I need to go back. Wait, when you say new spells, I'm not going to be creating new spells from scratch. No. I'll be adding new spells to his list of learnable spells. So I'm going to be doing the rest of the expert and master level spells from Apocalypse and the main vanilla game. So those I'll be adding. But I don't have plans to add new original spells for Lucien because he's an amateur wizard. You know, he's got no reason to be to have his own unique spells that no one else can cast. If I ever did get Sun and Moon, I would love to battle you too, Shiva. That'd be great fun. No, you're never a nuisance by pinging me. It's the only way to make sure I see something is if you ping me. Please don't ping me, like, completely unnecessarily, but if you've got something you would like me to see, please ping me, because otherwise I just won't see it. But yeah. Hello, Mikan Kuma. Welcome to the stream. Right, so we're working on this Bone Wolf patch then now that they've caught up with those messages. I mean, you can ping me to ask my opinion on cake versus pie, that's fine. The point is I turned off my DMs because it became overwhelming, so basically anything that you would DM to me, you can feel free to ping me instead, you know, that's okay. Right, so we're going to go show only active forms. And we need to decide on a unique ID for this, of course. So we're going to go to File Preferences, over into MISC Scripts. Here we go. Now, our last ID was JR12, which was what I was using. I think the last one was JR12. If you give me a second, I can just check. I'll just pop you back onto the big camera while I do that. Name IDs, Excel. Here we go. I love cake and pie. Cake and pie are both very important. Big fan of both. Okay, so I think if Lucien Campfire is JR10, then that would mean Homestead was JR11, which would mean Jacuzzi is JR12, which means we're now on to JR13. Is Lucien VR compatible? I mean, I think most mods are basically VR compatible. I know people have used Lucien in VR. So I know it does. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with trying to do that. I can't support it because I don't have Skyrim VR. I can't provide any kind of support if you run into issues with it. But in theory, yes, he should be compatible. I don't see why not, is the basic answer. Okay, so what was I going to do? I was going to go across back to the thing. Now I've done that, and switch the camera back so you guys can see what I'm doing again. Back in the hexagon. Right, so we're setting the prefix to JR13, so we don't have any scripts that conflict with anything, and hit apply. There we go, Lucien Bone Wolf patch, and we're going to go and create a quest. ID. This is going to be JR13 Lucien Bone Wolf. And type is none. Don't need to worry about that. Priority I'll set to 50 because it's usually a good one to have. Start game enabled. Run once. We're going to do a get is ID check to make sure that it's Lucien. So that this doesn't play for every NPC in the game. If you stack 2 pies on each other, does it become a pie cake? If you want it to. Cake is whatever you want it to be. Pie is whatever you want it to be. Don't let people tell you whether your stuff is pie or cake, you know? Don't let your dreams just be dreams. Just do it. And we're going to do an is sneaking condition there to make sure that Lucien is not sneaking, because we don't want this to play when he's sneaking. And I stress again, this is very important. If you take your is sneaking condition must always be after your get is ID check. You cannot have is sneaking as your first condition, because if you do, the game will crash whenever you speak to a talking activator like the Augur of Dunlane or Meridia. So you must, because it will try to check if they're sneaking and it can't because they can't sneak, and that will just cause the game to crash. So always have is sneaking after a condition which will eliminate all the talking activators like get is ID. So there we go. Right, so get stage. We're going to need some stages here. We're going to need probably have stage 0, stage 5, stage 10, something like that. No, actually, let's go with 10 and 20. 0, 10, 20, and 100 probably for completion. Hello, Grapplemint. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Eora was too short. I hope Eora was not too short. Too short for what? Too short to reach the sweet roll on the top shelf. But yes, it has been a while. I haven't streamed for a little while, but I am now back to streaming. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of it in the future, I think. So, right, we've done that, we're all set. Press OK. Done. Save. Always save. So let's set up some dialogue. And I'm also going to open up the internet here, and we're going to go to UESP for Creation Club. And we're going to go and have a look for the Bone Wolf to remind ourselves. It's been ages since I played the Bone Wolf questline. Here we go. Bone Wolf. Creation that adds a Bone Wolf pet. Here he is. Here's the little dude. He's quite cute, really, I think, for an undead creature. And here we go. Do I upload all of my Twitch stream to YouTube? Most of it. I tend not to upload the stuff at the beginning where I'm saying hi and, like, if there's a hype train or anything going like that, you know, or where I'm singing, because it's not particularly relevant to people who want to watch it for modding, you know. It's not useful information as such, so I tend to cut that off. But generally, yes, I do upload all my streams as VODs to YouTube afterwards. And as of this stream, they're all being uploaded in sparkling high definition, so it's 720p now, but it'll be in 1440p. On the stream, on the VOD, which should make it nice for you, all shiny. So yes, The Hermit 84, it will be available on YouTube for you to catch up. Right, so the quest is Let Sleeping Wolves Lie. Which is, excuse me, Tiny Lucien, if you could just hop out of the way. There we go. So the quest starts when you receive a note from Bulgair Bearclaw. And what we're going to do, I think, to make sure this is... Hang on, what happens? So the letter is just added to your inventory because it's Creation Club. And there are patches you can do to prevent it from being added to your inventory. So it has to arrive via courier. So to allow for that, I'm going to make the first comment happen when you've read the note. So when the quest stage goes to 10. And that's going to be... Lucien will comment on what the letter from Bulgair Bearclaw says. So let's open that. Friend, we seek your aid. Dark Necromancer has been attacking innocents along the northern coast, accompanied by strange creatures who do his every bidding. I trust you can help us with this troublesome matter and investigate on our behalf. Bulgair Bearclaw. Where tonight the role of Bulgair Bearclaw will be played by Lucien Flavius. Bony boy, exactly. Right. So, I think the little camera's gone out of focus again, hasn't it? Or, no, it looks okay. That's probably fine. Right, okay. So Lucien's going to comment on this. So we're going to go over to here. We're going to have an idle. comment, which is going to be over here like this. Idle commentary, JR Lucien, Bone Wolf, idle. And we're going to go new. See you, Samantha. Can he be petted? No, he can't. It's very sad. Okay, and we are going to go for response text now. What's he going to say about it then? Dark necromancers attacking innocents? Sounds like a job for Team Lucien. Oh no, because that only makes sense if he's already made his comment about Team Lucien, which he'll only do after the first dragon fight, which he might not necessarily have done when this happens. So he probably shouldn't mention Team Lucien, but sounds like a job for us. Hello, words without rules. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope the dentist was okay. I could make 2 variants of the line, depending on whether or not you've done the Team Lucien thing. But that's extra complexity that's sort of unnecessary. It's easier just to make it generic. Sounds like a job for a dashing hero and their handsome scholarly companion. Or, if they're unavailable, us. That'll do. Well, yeah, I've got to use the neutral pronoun, because otherwise I'm making all sorts of variants, and no, that's fine. Oh, thanks so much for the sub, Petra! Most appreciated, thank you. That's very kind. So many subs on this stream. I'm very lucky. Right. Okay. That'll do, and it's a sort of joke, so we'll go with happy. I hate to ask, but a few months ago I sent my name for Lucien to say in game. Any idea when there will be an update for that? Please don't hate me for asking. Of course I don't hate you for asking. Look, I have been working on these patches quite a bit over the last few months because it's sort of the current direction I've been taking, so I'm not quite ready to do an update to the main mod yet. I'm not quite sure when that'll be ready. I hate to give you guys a it'll be ready when it's ready thing, but it kind of is that. I've got quite a bit of work I want to do on it and some stuff I want to add to it. And all your names will be in there for sure. And the way it works is if you've done it on Patreon, for every month you've stayed subscribed on Patreon. Oh, thanks so much for the follow. But yeah, for every month you've stayed subscribed on Patreon, I will add more dialogue to it. So it's not, don't feel like you need to keep subscribing until I release the update, because I will do it, you know, as every month you've done it is counted, and I'll keep recording more stuff for it. So it doesn't matter. Please don't feel the need to keep subscribed because I haven't done it yet. Your name is in there and will be coming. But I can't really confirm when it's going to be ready. Hopefully, I can't, sort of within the next couple of months, I'd like to release it. But I can't make any promises at the moment because work has frankly been so hectic, and with all these streams and videos and patches and things, it's quite difficult to balance all the time. You know, I hope you understand. But I will be sure to let you guys know when oh, definitely by Christmas. Definitely by Christmas. That's ages away. Definitely talking sooner than that. But I can't tell you when exactly. But I will be sure to let you know if I do have a more concrete date. I hope that's okay. I'm really sorry I can't be more specific than that. But I try to make the Lucien updates have a lot of content in there. I don't really want them to be just small that just add new names. You know, I'd like to make it have stuff for people who haven't requested names in it as well, like have some more quests to comment on, or more idle commentary, or more spells or something, rather than just be a name update. If that makes sense. I hydrate. Yeah, anyway, right. Dark necromancers attacking innocents. Don't let your Yorkie steal the cheeseburgers. No, it's all very carefully set up in the main mod. If I started separating stuff out into optional patches, that would be a bit of a nightmare from a technical point of view. So no, it will have to be part of the main mod. Get stage. Oh no, Hawk. I hope you survive. So what is this quest? I'm going to have to reopen SSE Edit, I think, to see what exactly these quests do and how they're set up. So let's have a look. F. Oh, see you, Caled-Wen. Thanks for joining. I hope your headache feels better soon. Yes, this will be uploaded on YouTube. All my streams get uploaded into YouTube as VODs afterwards, so you will be able to catch up then. I mean, it's more fun if you're here live. Please don't all log off. But yes, don't worry. It'll be up there as a VOD. Assuming it is still, in fact, recording. Yes, it is. That's good. What is this a patch for? This is a patch for the Bone Wolf Creation Club update. DLC thing, which is what this is. Let Sleeping Wolves Lie is Pet Bee Wolf Acquisition Quest. So get stage Pet Wolf Acquisition Quest, and I want to check that that stage is greater than or equal to 10. And I also want to check that that is less than... Oh, that's a bit of a weird advert showing up at the bottom. Don't really want that there. Where are we? 10 and less than 15. Greater than 10, less than 15, that'll do. I think that's probably fine. Set that to random so it mixes in with everything else. And say once. And I'm going to do a, we're going to do a stage check so that Lucien definitely doesn't repeat this line. So we're going to do get stage. JR13, Lucien Bonewolf. Check that that is less than 10. And then we're going to do get owning quest dot set stage 10. So that's going to set the stage to 10 when he said this line, which will hard prevent it from being said again. So we've got between that and the say once and the only repeat once every 24 hours thing, that should stop it from bothering the player. So there we go. I'm just going to hit OK on that. I'm going to hit OK there. And I'm going to hit save. Are you planning on making patches for all CC mods? Yes, that is the long-term plan, is to do patches for every CC interaction, for every CC DLC, and then future ones as well. Because I think that's quite a cool thing. I know some people don't use the CC, people feel strongly about it, etc., and that's fine. That's not a debate I want to have here necessarily. But I think it's canon, and it's official stuff, and it's more official Skyrim DLC. And the great thing about them is that they're very small. And because they're small, that means they lend themselves really well to these streams, because I can show you guys a whole patch made start to finish, sort of over the course of 1 or 2 streams. Whereas the bigger stuff, like Dawnguard or other mods and things, that takes ages, which I don't think lends itself nearly as well to this sort of stream structure. So that's sort of why I'm doing them. And I hope you guys don't hate it. I think it's quite nice for console players as well. Hello, Miss Toasty. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a really quick break, just for 5 minutes or so, and then I will be right back to carry on working on this patch. So I will see you guys really soon. I'm just going to be 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Or do go anywhere. Go and get yourself a drink or whatever. And yeah, see you real soon. Hello, I'm back. Right, okay, back into the game then. Let's go screen with camera. I'm small in the corner. Hey, Nuna. Hello, Mikan Kuma. Right, back to the creation kit where we have written a grand total of 1 line. So let's do some more. What's the next thing that happens in the quest? What is my drink of choice now? My drink of choice now is a Tango. Sponsored by Tango. I wish. Wouldn't a sponsorship be great? Right. Yes, I am small in the corner, but I'm in an octagon, and that's exciting. Oh, Hawk, I'm glad you survived the attack of the doggo. Okay. So. You have that, and you've got to go and find the necromancer, and then you have a thing going on where you're actually encountering them. So what we need there is some kind of dialogue for you starting the battle. Ooh, bone wolves previously appeared in Blood Moon, did they? That's worth knowing. Ah, here they are. That's a bone wolf in Blood Moon. Good, cool. That's useful to know. We could possibly refer to them in the lore. They look very similar. Cool. Right, so some kind of battle. So what happens? You get there, and the hostile necromancer has set up camp, guarded by 2 hostile thrall wolves. A thrall wolf is a bone wolf, one of these guys, and a necromancer. So that is what Lucien's going to have to comment on. So that's probably, we're going to set that up as some shared dialogue that we can then, yeah, share between different topics, because there's different things that could trigger that. So we'll do a shared info. JR13 Lucien Bone Wolf shared info. There we go. And we're going to go... I think we've found our necromancer. No, hang on. Looks like Bolgare's necromancer. Now, question for you guys, because you probably know, because I can't remember. How do you pronounce that? Is it Bolgare? Bolgare? I'm feeling Bolgare. But am I saying that wrong? Is it Bulgare? Bulgare? Bulgare Bearclaw? Bulgare Bear? I feel like it's Bulgare Bearclaw. But you let me know. Bulgare? Bulgare Bearclaw? I'm sure you must say it. You must say it. Let's open up Lazy Voice Finder and see whether it's ever actually said in game. Let's go with just the, oh yeah, vanilla plus DLC. See if anyone ever says it. Wait for this to load. This thing is invaluable, by the way. Lazy Voice Finder. So handy. Ah, well, if Elisif speaks to him, then hopefully that will answer our question for us. Ooh. Ba-dum-ba-da-ba-ba. Come on, come on, come on.
It comforts me to know that, Bulgare.
Bulgare.
I'm aware of that, Bulgare, and I appreciate your dedication. So how's this work exactly? Do you just kind of stand there on the lookout? That's what Bolger does.
Bolger.
Well, he sort of looms more than stands. Bolger's loyal, but even he doesn't do
Bolger
what
every
I ask.
time. So that answered that question. Thank you, Elisif. What's the drink of the day? The drink of the day is Tango. Lovely fizzy orange. Lazy Voice Finder is a tool which you can find on the Skyrim Nexus. And it's immensely handy. Because it lets you do things like that. It lets you search for dialogue and play it and extract it. It's honestly massively useful. Looks like we've found Bolger's Necromancer. And he's not. Yeah, you can listen to all of it. It goes 7,000 lines at the press of a button. Posture check. Thank you, Zoe. And hydrate. I have no idea if it's compatible with Fallout, I'm afraid. Just our luck. Neutral will be fine for that. Now, no conditions because it's a shared info, but we are going to need to give it a name, and the ID is JR13. Lucien Bone Wolf Combat Start. Nope, not Combat Start because we're going to be reusing that for something else. No, I don't. I've hardly ever played Fallout, and I certainly haven't modded it, so I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. This isn't Combat Start, then. This is, let's just call it Battle. Bone Wolf Battle. Yeah, that's fine. You can rename that, and I'm going to save there. Excuse me, Tiny Lucien, you're right in front of the save button. So, the first thing we're going to use here is a combat detection. Combat Start. Oh, this is combat, actually, so we're going to have it for as a taunt. Taunt here and a combat detection. So Bone Wolf, combat taunt. And this is going to just be blank for now, and we're going to share response data from info JR13. There we go. And that's inherited that, so we don't need to record it multiple times. And the condition is going to be get stage JR13 Lucien Bone Wolf. Yeah, make sure that that is equal to 10. And when it plays, we're going to go get owning quest dot set stage 20. So we're going to do that, get owning quest.set stage 20, and we've got that as there. It's going to be say once, it's going to be random. It's not random, actually. This is going to overwrite anything else, and we're going to do hours reset 24. So that should only play once. And we need to condition it now, so we want to know get is ID on the combat target. And we want to check that the combat target is the Necromancer in question here. And the Necromancer is this guy, CCBGSSSE. Necromancer. Him. So we want to check that that's who we're fighting. And if that is in fact the case, then we're laughing. So you can say the line, which is good. I'm going to copy that stack because we're going to need that. And in fact, I'll outright copy this line and we can move it around to different topics. So we've got it there. Now we're going to go to detection. We're going to do normal to combat. So this will be when combat starts. Now the reason I'm doing this here as well as in taunt is it's an incredibly unreliable way of playing dialogue. So we would prefer it if this played the moment combat started, but you need the taunt as a backup there. So JR13, Lucien, Bone Wolf, normal to combat. And that's where we're going to move it to. So we're going to go back to combat. And we're going to go move to topic, normal to combat. And here we've got the same thing here now, with the same conditions and the same set stage. So that should do the job. It is a little weird how the CC pets can't fight, even if you encounter enemy versions of them. It is weird. I fixed that for my unofficial Dwarven Mudcrab patch. Allowed the Dwarven Mudcrab to battle. Same for my Nixhound patch. My unofficial Creation Club updates. That's on the Nexus. But yeah, without modding it to make sure they can battle, they can't attack by default, and it's a bit odd. It's a design choice from Bethesda. They wanted them to be purely aesthetic, like passive, just to passively buff you. What are the odds both lines will play? 0. So the moment one of the lines plays, it sets the stage to 20, so this get stage condition is no longer valid. So it'll either play first when the battle starts, and then not play in the taunt, or it won't play when the battle starts and will play in the taunt, but only one of them will happen. It will never trigger twice, because of the way I've conditioned that with the script, by gating it on the stage. So now we've done that, we've done detection, we've done combat. Between those two, one of those will cause the line to trigger. So I'm fairly happy with that, I think. Unless we want any other method. I might add a third one, actually, just for an attack. Just to make triply sure. So hopefully one of these will play. Now, this won't play if you just stealth snipe the Necromancer and kill him without the battle. Then this won't work, which will cause some problems, possibly. Well, it won't. We'll try and set it up so that it doesn't cause problems if this line doesn't play. But I need to know whether Lucien was there for the battle to make him comment on it, because I don't want him to comment on it after you've done the battle, right? If you just recruited Lucien after doing it, are my CC Pets patches compatible with Garfan's CC patches? I've not tested it. I've not tested using my Mudcrab patch with Garfan's or my Nixhound patch with Garfan's. I don't see why not, to be honest. I would have thought they probably would be compatible. I mean, I might undo some of his fixes with mine, but I don't think they'd be incompatible. But you would have to have a look yourself and give it a try, because I can't confirm either way. I probably will undo his fixes, come to think of it, with my changes to the quests. But give it a go, see what happens. Otherwise, you can pester Garfan to try and make them attack, but he probably won't want to do that, because his are very much kept as bug fixing patches rather than enhancement mods, which is what I tried to go for with my updates. So yeah, we've done those two. So what do we want now? That's the next stage of it. So now we want to make sure that the stage... Well, hang on. So that will only happen if you're fighting specifically that Necromancer, which is good. Do we want to gate it to make doubly sure that the stage is correct? Yes, you want to check that the stage is less than 30. I'm just thinking in case the player or an NPC resurrected the Necromancer after the quest. That could cause confusion, couldn't it? So I might just add a get stage less than 30 check to make sure the Necromancer hasn't been killed already. Or if you were to somehow spawn in another copy of them. I wouldn't want this line to play at the wrong time, so I'll do a get stage. CCBG Bone Wolf Acquisition Quest is less than 30. Just to make sure. I'll copy that condition and paste it in all the times that we had this here. There you go. And under misc. Oh, that was a shared info, so we don't want that. It was detection, wasn't it? There we go. That's our last one. I am recording, aren't I? Just to check. Yes, I am. That's good. Cool. Get stage less than 30. Happy with that. Megasocky says, whoa, am I streaming? Yes, I am streaming. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Yes, I'm streaming, and I'm planning on doing lots more streaming over the next few weeks. I really want to get back into this big time. I want to play some games in other streams. I want to do a playthrough of the Batman Arkham series. Oh, it's 3 AM, is it? Hey, Megasocky. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I want to do a playthrough of the Batman Arkham series, because that's one of my all-time favourite game series. So I'm going to do that. I want to carry on with SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom, because that's great. Really enjoying that, so I'll be playing that in another stream. I've got some new games that Hawk has given me, which I want to try out sometime. I still haven't had a chance to play them to see whether or not they're suitable for streaming, but I could very well have a go at them. Will I ever play RL Craft? I don't really know what that is. I guess it's a Minecraft mod. But I'm not familiar with it, so I'm not planning on playing that one, no. I want to get back into Minecraft again at some point as well. I want to get back into Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online we haven't played for ages, and I really want to carry on with that story. Yes, Dark Souls, I'm definitely going to play on stream sometime, because I'm rubbish at it. But I'd really like to give it another go, because I feel I've been missing out by not playing Dark Souls, so yes. I've never got past the second boss, but I will give that a go. Those are my immediate streaming plans. Subnautica I would like to try, but I don't have it. I need to get it. And if I get Subnautica, then I will be able to play it, and that'll be fun. I don't think I have it. I don't think anyone got it for me. No. I don't think I have Subnautica, but I will get it at some point. Will you ever consider playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines? It's one of those games that's been recommended to me a lot, but I've heard really good things about it, but obviously it's very horror-y, sort of grim, which might be a bit sort of grim-dark for the channel, you know. So it's probably not one that we'll be playing. I don't think. Anyway, right, okay. Barely done any modding, and we're nearly 2 hours in. Apologies for that. I need to pick up the pace a bit. Okay, so now we'll have one for the battle being over. So again, we're going to do this as a shared info. Are you going to play more Stardew Valley anytime? Yeah, sure, definitely. I don't know when exactly, because there's so many different games to play, but I would like to. I'll probably do. I'll probably have some streams where I'll do polls to let you guys decide which game we play. I'll set up some of those, maybe in a regular slot, so then you guys can vote on what you want. So if you want to see me play more Stardew Valley, you can vote for that. That'd be fun, I think. And otherwise, I might do some polls on Patreon as well to decide in advance if I don't want to, you know, because it's usually good to say what game it's going to be before I start the stream. So that people know whether or not they're going to be interested in tuning in. Right, okay. I do not have Kingdom Come Deliverance, and I know very little about it, so I couldn't really comment on that one. Phew. Those wolves were scary. But of course, I should search the body for any clues. Those wolves were scary. Don't think I really fancy the idea of them running around Skyrim. Let's have a look around for any more clues. Clues? I don't know about that. Clues. I don't really fancy the idea of them running around Skyrim. Let's have an investigate. See if he made any more. There we go, I like that. Those wolves are scary. I don't think I fancy the idea of that. Let's have an investigate, see if he made any more. Cool. That's that. So we're going to do that on a idle. realistic. See you in a bit, Zooey. Have I tried Apex Legends? No. But it's been advertised a lot. But no, I've never tried it. I don't have it. I don't even know where you get it. I guess it's probably on an Epic Store or something. I will look into Kingdom Come. I don't really know. I might find out more about it. Have I ever heard of a game called Skyrim? I hear it's pretty fun. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty fun too, actually. I need to get it. Right, so this is going to inherit the data from JR13. Ah, we didn't give it a ID, did we? So we can't inherit it. JR13, Lucien Bone Wolf Victory. Here we go. JR13, Lucien Bone Wolf Victory. And we're going to do get stage is less than, and we're going to want 30 for this. And I don't know whether I actually set up that stage, so we might need to go back and change that. So set stage is 30, so less than 30 means this line can only play once if we do that. The get stage, we want to check that the stage is now equal to 30. This will only make sense if it's equal to 30. Okay, I'm happy with that, I think. So we're going to copy that. Ooh, yeah, that's fine. Copy that, and we'll put that now into a combat detection. Do we want that? Yeah, we'll have a detection, detect combat to normal now. See if we can get that to work. Oh, no, hang on. No, forget that. That's not going to work because that would mean he'd say the line after he finished any battle when you were at that particular quest stage, which might not necessarily make sense. Other Elder Scrolls games, sure. I want to try Oblivion sometime, and Morrowind, because I've never really gotten into those, so I'll probably play those on stream sometime. Certainly there'll be more Elder Scrolls Online, and I play a lot of Elder Scrolls Legends, so there'll be more of those in streams as well. Elder Scrolls Legends is the Elder Scrolls card game, which has got its own story and stuff, and it's really cool. It's one of my favourite card games. Well, it is my favourite card game. I enjoy it much more than I enjoy Hearthstone. And it's Elder Scrolls, so what's not to love? And I want to try Blades as well sometime, because I can stream my mobile to the stream, so you can see that. Would Doom Eternal ever be considered? Is it too violent? I mean, it is quite violent, but it's not creepy scary. I could maybe give it a go. I'd quite like to try it sometime, so maybe on that one. How am I on this fine afternoon? I'm very well on this fine afternoon, thank you. Have I ever tried Cities Skylined? No, never tried it. Don't know, but I loved SimCity 4. That was one of my favourite games when I was younger. So anyway, this was an idle line and I copied it, but actually, in hindsight, I don't think I want that. I think we'll just have the one idle. So it didn't need to be a shared info. But I've set it up as a shared info now, so that'll be fine. It doesn't matter. Won't cause us any problems. Just takes up one extra record slot that it didn't need to. Anyway, so this is not going to share any response data now. It's going to be a new thing, a new line of dialogue. Which is going to be for the next thing. So you search the Necromancer, and what do you find on the Necromancer? You find Necromancer's Journal. This is truly remarkable. Through my experiments with these undead wolves, I've discovered a method to increase my power. By consuming their totems, objects that bind them between life and death itself, I can bind their spirits to my own life force. I've already consumed 2 totems, and their hosts are now completely under my control. But this is not enough. I need a 3rd totem to be sure. Alright, we'll have him comment on that. So that's going to be 40. I'm going to need to remember to add that stage as well. Say once random, set stage less than 40. And the stage here is now going to be... Oh, and you search the necromancer and I guess you find the totem. Ah, you find the totem bone. Right. So the stage is now 40. Joseph, would you be interested in a library share for streams? Oh, you mean like Steam family sharing? Do you mean Steam family sharing? Is that what you mean by a library share? Civilization 6. I think I have. I think I picked that one up for free sometime. I played a bit of Civilization 5. I never really got massively into it, but I'd like to try it again. Have I ever played Spore? Yes, love Spore. Spore is brilliant. Have you ever tried Victoria 2 or HOI 4? I don't know what those are. Posture check. Yeah, I just said so. Civilization 6 I've never played, but I have played Civilization 5. And I think I have Civilization 6. Because I think it was free on the Epic Games Store sometime. Right. Consuming... What was it saying? What exactly did it say? It said... No, I don't want that. Thank you. Consuming their totems. I can bind their spirits. So, are you supposed to actually consume the totem? Oh, no, you give the bone to the wolf. Right, okay. Ugh. Consuming totems. Bone totems does not sound... If you could just let go, Tiny Lucien. There you go. Does not sound healthy. Or pleasant. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about setting up Steam family sharing. I don't know whether that's necessarily the... There's kind of you to offer. But, you know, I don't really know much about how it works. And kind of like security-wise... Sharing my library. I guess only one person can play at the same time. I'd need to look into it more, really. I don't really know masses about how that works. I'm not sure whether it's necessarily something I'd be comfortable with. But it's very kind of you to offer, and I'll get back to you on that one. Tiny Lucien gets all the hugs. Consuming bone totems does not sound healthy or pleasant for that matter. Yeah, that's true, Nuna. Because it is designed for family, isn't it? That's why they call it family sharing. Consuming bone totems does not sound healthy or pleasant for that matter. Adopt me. I mean, I do have parents already, but sure. In that cage. Consuming totems does not... Consuming totems does not sound healthy. Or pleasant, for that matter. I expect the poor chap in that cage might like his bone back, though. Cool. That's less than 40. Get stage is equal to 40, and that sets the stage to 40. I think that's okay. Oh, no. Oh, phew, I thought it was going to crash there. Better save. Out of the way. You like to sit in front of the save button, don't you? Ooh. Did you hear my shoulder click there? Did that come up on mic? Posture. Right. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Oh, is that a Coraline reference? I've not actually seen that film because the trailer on its own creeped me out enough. Thank you. It's, isn't it based on a story by Neil Gaiman? Right. So, if the stage is greater than or equal to 60... greater than 60, then we can have a comment on that. Oh, look. I think he likes you. Rather sweet, really. In a decaying, undead sort of way. So get stage is less than 100. And make sure that that is greater than or equal to 60. But what's important here now is that we have another check to make sure that Lucien commented at an earlier stage of this process, so that it makes sense for him to comment on this now. So we're going to say that the stage is greater than or equal to 10 and less than 100. And that's greater than or equal to 60. And if all those things are the case, then the line will play. And that should prevent him from just commenting if you recruit the wolf and then go and recruit Lucien, he won't think you've just recruited him, if that makes sense. That's the idea. Right. And we're going to press OK. And I think that's all the quest commentary done. So now we want some more generic comments. Ooh. Okay. So where are we? Yeah, that's fine. So what else does the mod add? The mod adds enemies. We've got creatures, Bone Wolf. We've got Bone Wolf 1 word, Bone Wolf 2 words, and Thrall Wolf. Let's have a look at these. What does this mean? Hostile Bone Wolves and hostile Thrall Wolves. So the Thrall Wolves are the ones that you find at the Necromancer's camp, and hostile Bone Wolves can be found throughout Skyrim, apparently. Which is good to know. So it would be good for Lucien to comment on them. Where's Blackbone Isle? Oh, it's added with the Dead Man's Dread thing. Right, cool. And in other places too. So, we need to make Lucien comment on fighting these chaps. Nope. Down you pop. So we want combat. And we want taunts. I think we want some unique taunts for Lucien to say when fighting Bone Wolves. And I see you're all talking about horror films in the chat, which is not up my street. Never Hike Alone, which is Friday the 13th, but not a slasher. It's what... that definitely does not sound like me at all. But cool. I love how his taunts gradually get braver as he's more befriended. Good, I'm glad you enjoy that. That was a feature I quite enjoyed adding, so. It's not as he's more befriended as his bravery goes up. So as he becomes a braver person, his tweets? Lucien doesn't tweet. His taunts become braver, yeah. That's the idea with it. Oh. You guys still enjoying the octagon in the corner? Every time I glance over onto the stream preview on my laptop, seeing my face in the little octagon down there, it just makes me really happy. I just think it looks so much better than the square. Or the rectangle. Just makes it look professional. We do not need a Lucien official Twitter account. We have a Joseph Russell Twitter account already, which I will link in the chat for you, in case you guys want to follow me. We don't need a Lucien one as well. I do occasionally tweet sort of as Lucien or with Lucien quotes and things, so that's the closest you're going to get. Follow me on Twitter. Click on that. Be fun to get a Lucien Discord bot. Maybe one day, I don't know. I know Inigo has one of those. I want to just copy Inigo with everything that he does, you see. Try and be sort of individual. But yes, I'm glad you think it's stylish. I think it's stylish. It's a good octagon. I had planned on making a Skyrim companion myself at one point. I've already made a few Fallout companions, however they're pretty bare bones. I'm wondering how easy would it be to add a companion to the jail at Northwatch Keep? You would find him locked up in a similar fashion to Thorold. I see no problem with adding a companion to the jail at Northwatch Keep. Yeah, I don't see any issue with doing that. What you want to make sure is do a bit of research and make sure there aren't any other popular mods that also add companions to the same location. And make sure there's no, if you put it, I don't know how many cells there are in Northwatch Keep. So long as you put it in one that isn't specifically involved with the quest, it should be fine. But do make sure there's nothing in that particular cell that you need to interact with. Just changing something in the cell that a quest takes place in is fine. You know, so long as you can change stuff in the same location, so long as you don't mess with any references that are actually used by the quest. So do have a look around, make sure you're not touching anything that's going to get in the way, and make sure you're not going to cause a conflict with someone else. But I see no reason why that should inherently be a problem. No. Thanks, Megmatic Web. Right. So, is it fairly easy to lock them up in the jail pillory? Yeah, you just need to link them to... I don't know what a pillory is. I guess you mean the sort of manacle things on the wall, which you can definitely do. You just link their reference to the furniture. You can find that all on the Creation Kit wiki. It'll tell you exactly how to make your NPC use a furniture item. That's fine. No worries. Glad to answer questions. Always happy to answer questions. No way, Lucian's about to come on Thane of Falkreath. That's awesome. Very exciting, Nuna. Right, okay, what was I going to say? This is a thing about... Okay. I'm normally a big fan of dogs, but I must... But I must confess I have a bone to pick with you. So we're going to go combat target. Get is ID. And this is going to be a bone wolf. See you, Miss Toasty. Thanks for joining. Have a good day. He would not want to be Archmage of the College of Winterhold. He has so many more interesting research things to do. Eat the cheeseburger, Hawk. I fancy a cheeseburger. Right, so let's see. Encounter Bone Wolf. Ah, hang on. Hang on, we don't need to use get his ID. We can use race. Bone Wolf Companion race? What race are these guys? Bone Wolf Companion race. They're all Bone Wolf Companion races. So long as the enemy is Bone Wolf Companion race, we'll be fine. Cool. I think this is fine. Where does it place them, incidentally? I can actually look here, see whether the UESP wiki is right. Hello, Clarkus X Marcus. I know nothing of this Ponyo / Studio Ghibli or My Neighbor Totoro. Are they anime things? Out of curiosity, Joseph, have you ever checked out the SCP Foundation? Yes, people posted about that in the Discord a while ago, so I had a cursory introduction to that then. Because I think people were fans. Just curious as to where this places them. Oh yeah, it does place them around a bit. Folgunthur exterior. That's a werewolf pelt. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't place them in specific locations. It just, it looks to me... I can't see... Because it says hostile bone wolf enemies can be found throughout Skyrim with this creation installed. But they're definitely not placed specifically in the world, so maybe they're added to leveled lists instead. Maybe the quest does that. I can't see anything to suggest how that works, but they definitely don't specifically place them at locations like the wiki suggests, which is worth knowing. It adds them to a leveled list in update.esm. That's interesting then. So UESP is actually just wrong when it says it puts them in those specific places. This needs updating then. I'm not going to do it now because I've got other stuff to do. But this needs changing because they could be found in infinite locations then, if they're just in the leveled list. Right. Anyway, what I was doing was checking the race. So get is race. And this was CC, Bone Wolf Companion Race. Ah, bad wolf. Yes, quite. Good times. Doctor Who, Season 1 and 2. Can't beat it. Right, Bone Wolf Companion Race equals 1. Make sure your enemy is that, and if that's true, then it makes sense that Lucien would say this line, but I'm probably going to space it out a little bit with a get random percent. Do I want to get random percent? No, it's not often you come across Bone Wolves, so... Well, you don't want him to say it every time, do you? You don't want it to be predictable, so get random percent. Let's set that to being less than... Let's just go with 50. Keep it quite strong. Quite common, but not necessarily every time. Hawk, you are missing out. Oh, the list is referenced by specific spawners, so it is specific. Oh, that is interesting then, Gelidity. It's great having you here. You can explain all this stuff. Okay, that is a strange way of doing it, but fair. Zooey, you need to watch Doctor Who. What are you doing? Everyone who hasn't watched Doctor Who... Look, May, what are you doing? Any of you who haven't seen it, go and watch it. Forget the stream. Get on Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever. Introduce yourself to Doctor Who. It's vital. Trust me. Lucien's orders. Then after the stream, but go watch it. It's great. Or don't. Or don't, but you know... I think I cannot recommend it more highly as a show. It's one of my all-time favourite shows. And I think everyone should watch at least some of it to give it a try. Now, combat. I'm going to have another taunt here, I think. Oh, that's a bit weird, Gelidity. I wonder why they did that. Merlin was amazing as well. Oh, it's on Netflix in the UK, but I don't think it's on Netflix in the US, actually. They might have taken it off. But in that case, it is on BritBox. So if you get BritBox, you can see... Oh, that's classic Doctor Who, isn't it? I don't think they have modern Doctor Who on it. I don't know how you watch modern Doctor Who in the US. I'm sure there are ways. But they did take it off Netflix, didn't they? Which is really annoying. But it might be on BritBox. I know not. You can find it. Go and find it. It's worth finding. Good dog. Good. Undead doggy. Nice undead doggy. Nope. It's not working at all, is it? Do 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 do. Ba da ba ba da ba da ba. How long we got? We got another 40 minutes of the stream. Cool. So a couple of taunts for fighting dogs. Any other taunts? Anyone else got any ideas for taunts that Lucien might say to the Bone Wolves? Do let me know. In the meantime, then, otherwise, we'll just have some comments for if you have the Bone Wolf friend recruited and with you. But the question is, how is that implemented? How does that work? Pet Beewolf control quest. How do you work? Gelidity. How does it work? How is there a faction that they're put into when they're recruited? How can I check whether the Bone Wolf is currently recruited? Do you have any ideas? Oh, I like that, the Hermit. I like that. No point in throwing this dog a bone, I suppose. There we go, that'll do. Oh, that's a shame, Gelidity. Now, that's a good idea, Hawk. I think that's probably one to add to the main mod for just general wolf fights, rather than with this specific Bone Wolf dog, I think. No point in throwing this dog a bone, I suppose. It's fine. Okay, so what I was going to do, therefore, is figure out how this is implemented, so we can figure out how we can detect if the Bone Wolf is currently recruited. There's got to be a trick to it. So, it's probably done with this quest. Pet Beewolf control. Ah! Dialogue topic. Bone Wolf hit, Bone Wolf death. No, that's not what I wanted. Bone Wolf move toggle? Has that got a condition on it? The only condition on that is that, which is no good to me. Bone Wolf hold. No. Get a stage. Let's leave. Pet home sandbox? How is this done? Yeah, no, so stuff about follow interactions I'm going to come to in a minute. And we'll do all sorts of cool stuff like that. I was just thinking things to fight the Bone Wolf. Right. Let's find it. Necromancer. No, so we are doing... Let's check the NPC for the wolf. Pet Beewolf control. What factions is this placed in? Pet following faction. I think this is probably it. I reckon the Bone Wolf is placed in pet following faction when it's followed. I bet it is. Pet follow player, get faction rank, pet framework, pet following faction equals 1. So when the faction rank is 1, the pet will follow the player. I reckon that's how it's done. I reckon that's it. So, we're going to do, let's try and set something up then. We'll just leave that generic for now, and we're going to go conditions. Get faction rank? Get faction rank. CC, oh, what was it called? The faction we said, what was it called? What was it called? It was, there's the Bone Wolf. The faction was pet framework _ pet following faction. There we go. And we want to check that that faction rank is equal to 1. Is equal to 1. And we're going to run this on a specific reference. And that specific reference is this Bone Wolf, which is found there. FE00813. That's going to be fiddly to get hold of. I might have to do that in SSE edit, unless there's an easier way to do it. I don't think so. Sorry, thinking. Not particularly entertaining, I'm sure. I need to grab this guy's reference. I think the trick is going to be to do it in SSE edit, so I'm going to leave this blank for now. I'm going to press OK, and save. And then I'm going to close the creation kit and open this in SSE edit and force fill it there using the ID, the ref ID, rather than having to find it somewhere in the world. What? Am I seeing what? Did I miss something? Oh my word! Thank you so much, Victoria! That's really lovely of you! Ah, I missed it. That's the thing. Because the donations, when someone donates, it doesn't come up on my laptop screen on the normal thing. It only pings up down here, so I have to check here. Thanks so much. That's really lovely. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Because you did that, you donated before as well, so it's just really lovely of you. So, you guys are so kind and wonderful. Thank you. Right, okay. I was firing up Bone Wolf. There we go. I've missed it too. I'm really glad to be getting back into it again. It's really nice. Okay, see you, the Hermit84. Have a great rest of your time zone. Okay, so this was the line. No, it wasn't. This was it, ASDF. Right, get faction rank, and it needs to run on this reference, and the reference is going to be the Bone Wolf reference, which is placed here. Specifically this one. And that is FE000813. So if I go here, I can go FE000813. There we go, filled it now. And check that that is in the faction and that its rank is 1 and you're sorted. I don't know, Macon. I don't know when you fell asleep / zoned out. Well, in that case, have a lovely rest of your evening, Hermit. See ya. Right. That's done now, so we can reopen it in the creation kit. Oh, we didn't close it in the creation kit. That's not ideal. Close the creation kit. That's going to confuse things. Errors have occurred, not saved. Yeah, because it was already open. Awkward. Okay. Oh, and also, it doesn't want to save it because because the object IDs need renumbering. We might as well do that now. We'll have to do it again. Renumber form IDs from 800. Go. Do that. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Okay. That's renumbered, which is good. And now it should save. Good. So now I can reopen the creation kit and close this. Thank you all so much for tuning in, by the way. It's really lovely so many of you are here. I'm really enjoying being back doing this again. So it's really lovely that so many of you shown up for it. And that you've all been so generous with your donations and subs and things. It's really very kind of you. I'm actually, I mentioned this on my Patreon and in the Discord. I'm saving up right now because I'm trying to find accommodation for next year. For the next academic year, because obviously still COVID, we're all still at home. But in September time, I'm going to be heading back to uni, and I need to find a flat, to find somewhere to live in. So yeah, I'm saving up for that at the moment to try and get myself somewhere. So it's really appreciated, all these donations and subs and things, because that's exactly where all your money is going to go, straight into getting me some accommodation. Oh, and Hawk has redeemed emote only chat. Sure thing. Gonna pop that on them for a few minutes. You may now speak only in emotes. So there you go. You can use all those emotes you got from the hype train earlier. Words are hard. Yes, they are, aren't they? Right, okay. Back to active forms quest. Bone Wolf. Don't cry. Don't use the crying emoji. Okay, so this line is now properly conditioned. So this will only, so we will just copy and paste this condition if we want to check whether the Bone Wolf is currently recruited. And if they are, then what we want to do is we want to have a line about it. Smells like decay. Ah. Of course. Our wolf. Delightful. Random. Say once every 24 hours. And we're going to do a get random percent. Is less than 1. And to make sure that this doesn't play... probably want it outside. Is in interior. Sorry, get in interior. Get in interior? Get is in interior? Is in... is in interior. I think it's better if this line only played when you're outside traveling. And we're going to set another get random percent there to less than 50. So that will add together to make a 0.5% chance. I love all these emojis you're all putting. Look at them all. Oh, they're great. Oh, I like the heart thing, Magmatic Web. That's cute. Oh, Nuna, your bees. I like the bees. And the nomming of a sweet roll on a cookie from Call Me. I like that. Oh, they're very cute. Right. Okay. That's one. Hey, Wolvie. Want to play fetch? I'll throw you a bone. Ah. Sorry. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? I don't like wanna. I'm going to make that want to. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh, and it's squid. I like the squid. Oh, amazing. Right. Wait, hang on. Okay, ninja. What are you trying to say there? It's like a bird, several birds, a pigeon, and then Lucien crying. Lucien's scared of pigeons, and a dog smells of cheese, and there's a sort of cozy ET and a flying squid. Brilliant. Thank you, guys. That's really insightful. And with that, I'm going to turn off emote-only chat. So now you may say words again. There we go. Speak. Say the things. Freedom. It's a mammoth. What's a mammoth? Magmatic Web redeemed timeout. Are you sure, Magmatic Web, you want timing out? Sure thing. Bye. Oh, yay, bits. Thanks so much, Vickle. Oh, it's a cute doggo I like. Thanks for the bits. You're being so really lovely, wonderfully generous. Thank you. Oh, it's a mammoth. Oh, it looked like an ET to me, but I'm with you now. Yes, it is a mammoth. Fair. Right, how far did we get? We did that line already, so we need a new one. Okay. Sorry you're sad. I know nothing of this, I'm afraid. Let's just have a look at the... What's that, Wolfie? You want a sweet roll? Oh, go on then. I can never resist those puppy eye sockets. Oh, Shiva, yeah, Lucien learning conjuration. I like that. Oh, dear. Oh, well, whatever your motivations, Vickle, is most appreciated. Okay, Macon, have a nice nap. Get item count. This, of course, means Lucien has to have a sweet roll. Sweet roll? What's the code for sweet roll? I've forgotten. Unless anyone can remember. A sound that was like being punched in the solar plexus. Well, Bard, I'm so glad I've given you that. Oh, I don't know. What does it call? Oh, it must be in SSC edit then. Skyrim. Ingestible? Sweet roll. What are they called? Food sweet roll, of course. It's called food sweet roll. Food sweet roll. May is still recovering. I'm glad you enjoyed. And that's got to be greater than or equal to 1. That'll do. And I will... no, we'll leave it like that. Cool. Save. Oh, it didn't save. Ah, because SSE edit's still open. Close that. Close that. Now save. Better. Now, what was that? Someone wanted a... Who's a good undead doggo? Who isn't going to bite Lucien's leg? You are, I hope. Go on then, we'll do something like that. Who's a good little undead? Now, is doggo lore friendly? I know Lucien does say it at one point in Lucien the Dragonborn. Technically, it probably isn't very lore friendly, so I'm probably not going to use the word doggo, but doggy I think works because Inigo says it a lot. Who isn't going to bite Lucien's ankle and give him a horrible zombie infection? Is it you? I sure hope it is. Who's a good little undead doggy? Who isn't going to bite Lucien's ankle and give him a horrible zombie infection? Is it you? I sure hope it is. Stupid dog. Everyone in Skyrim ad infinitum. Yes, that's true. They do say that. But they're not stupid. They're nice. Ah, now hang on. There's another question for Lazy Voice Finder. How are we spelling doggy? Doggy with a Y, not with an I. Oh, no. Oh, there's inconsistency. We've got one IE, and we've got one Y, and three. We've got 3 Ys, 1 IE, which probably means both are acceptable. How does Inigo spell it? Because I know Inigo says it. What does Inigo do? Oh, well, Yin Spirit, you snooze, you lose. You know what they say. Let's see, what does Inigo say? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Blackadder, Blackadder, dee dee doo doo doo. Oh, great. Okay, fine. Quit. Let's try it again. Perhaps a line involving Miko/Vigilance with the Bone Wolf. Like what? I could have like a hello, I suppose. Miko and the Bone Wolf. Miko and Wolfie seem to get along well. Yeah, I could maybe do something like that. Ooh, good luck, Yin Spirit. Really hope it goes well. You can do the thing. Lucien believes in you. Right, select none. Inigo. Let's try again. Bum 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 bum. Do da 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 bum bum bum. Right, okay. Let's see then. Dog. Why? Why, Delilah? Yada-da-da-da-da. Okay, Inigo goes with why every time. So therefore, for consistency for the player, because most of these, we only got one lot of IE and lots of Ys, we're going to go with why. And we're going to go back to the other one. Where did I say it? I think I said in combat, wasn't it? Wasn't it a combat taunt? Good undead doggy, nice undead doggy. There we go. You should go and play Pokemon, Shiva. Pokemon's great. You can never play enough Pokemon. Okay, that worked. That worked. Done. And save. Always very important to keep saving so you don't lose everything you've done. Why, Delilah? My Delilah. She was my woman. Forgive me, Delilah, I just couldn't take it no more. Yeah. Right. You can play both Skyrim and Pokemon at once. Why not? Oh no, neighbours have put loud music on. That is no good, Nuna. Oh, thanks for the bits, Vickle. Oh, and May as well. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you both. Thank you. You are both lovely. But yes, F for Nuna. Being stuck with that loud music, that's no good. Right, any other lines for Lucien to say with the doggo? I think we're going to go for some hellos then. So let's add some hellos. JR, Lucien, Bone Wolf. Hello. We are running out of time. We've only got 15 minutes left of the stream. Now, what I want to check was, what was my check if we go JR Lucien and we go JR Lucien JR Lucien follower. If we have a look in here and we look at the idle, I can see what the conditioning was to check whether Vigilance was currently recruited. We can copy that. Right, it was get in faction, current follower faction. That'll tell you whether Vigilance is recruited, I believe. That should work fine. I will just check the other line. Where are we? Vigilance is very wise. I know that definitely works. And that is get in faction, current follower faction. Yeah, on Vigilance. Which is on the alias for him. Which I obviously haven't got in the Bone Wolf quest. But I can fill it just with him because he's unique. I think. So if we go show only active forms for quests, and we get rid of the JR Lucien filter. Thank you, Vat. I don't know who Sorrow TV is, but thank you very much. Welcome back, Megmatic. Posture check from Zooey, and a hydrate from Rex Flash. Sure thing. Thanks for the posture checks. I know I struggle with that. Oh, just bump that up a little bit. That helps my posture, I think, if the mic's further up. Make Me Sing is a redeemable option, but it's currently toggled off for this stream, so I can actually get on with modding, What my favourite songs to sing are? I love singing Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra is one of my favourites. Anything by him is well up my street. Vigilance and Wolfie seem to be behaving with one another. Oh, I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. Started too low there. I've got you under my skin. Now, I don't actually want that. I want to check the get in faction. Current follower faction. Yay, more bits! Thanks, Vickle. You must be at the top of the bits leaderboard by now. Yeah. Unlocking them emotes. Oh yeah, and you earned the 1,000 bits badge. Good for you. Oh, I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Why not use your mentality? Wake up to reality. Now, where do you recruit vigilance? It's in the Markarth stables, isn't it? Oh, but each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin, because I have got you under my skin. This is a tricky one. I don't know how I'm going to fill this necessarily, unless I create an alias for this quest for vigilance and then fill that. Glad you're enjoying it, guys. Unique actor. Now, if I just type vigilance, is that going to come up? No, it's not, because it's probably called, like, dog or something, isn't it? Pet? Sorry, this is proving problematic. Let's head back to the quest and see how I filled it for that. Vigilance. Unique actor. Trained dog. That's what it's called. Oh, hey, Avery. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What am I working on this time? At the moment, I'm working on a patch for the Bone Wolf Creation Club file. I'm afraid we're about to end the stream in the next 10 minutes, so you've turned up just for the end of it. But, you know, nice to have you here. Right, allow dead, allow reuse, allow everything. Just allow everything. Allow all the things. Control Shift and R to turn on, allow reserved as well. Or we want that to be optional. Basically, we want this to be the least intrusive it can possibly be, because you don't want to cause any problems with it. Right. Yin Spirits says, question. A problem I'm having right now, loading a file set as a master in the CK in order to resva into form 44. I think you might have made a typo there. But you mean you want to port... Oh, I see. So you want to load a file set as... You want to load a master file up in the CK. That's interesting. I would say the best way to do that... What happens if you try and load a master? Do you know, I don't think I've ever actually done that. I don't think I've ever tried to edit an ESM. Can you edit an ESM directly in the CK? I don't know if you can, but if all you want to do is port it into 44 from 43, and you're not worried about necessarily converting meshes or anything like that, then the easiest way I would say to do it is, rather than through the CK, do it through Xedit. If you open it up in SSE Edit, like so, if you just pick a file, so let's say just the puzzle dungeon for now. If we open that up, so if you load that in SSE Edit, what you can either do is you can turn off the ESM flag. You could remove that flag to turn it into an ESP that would temporarily allow you to open it in the creation kit and then resave it. You could do that. The alternative thing to do is to just convert it in SSE Edit. So if you click on it and you click Apply Script, you can find a script called Update Records Form Version. Now, this isn't necessarily in every version of SSE Edit by default. You may have to Google it to find this script and find how to install it. You will find it online. It does exist. And what you can do there is you can use these two variables, fvcheck and fvset. And if you set that fvcheck to 43 and fvset to 44, and you were to click OK, it would automatically change the script version from 43, change the form records version from 43 to 44 for you. So you could definitely do that. And I would say this is how I backport Lucien. I do it using this script mostly, and then I resave in the CK. But yeah, you could do this. This might be easier for you. So I hope that helps. Give that a try, certainly. But yeah, the alternative is, as Bloodweaver says, hey Bloodweaver, by the way, is to just use SSE Edit to temporarily turn off the ESM flag and then load it up. That's probably the other way of doing it. So whatever you're more comfortable with. Okay. Do I know Ghost Love Score by Nightwish? Never heard of it. Sorry. Right, so we've got Vigilance. We've set up an alias for him there. So I just want to finish setting up this dialogue now. The hello was Vigilance and Wolfie seem to be behaving well with one another. So now I can check. Get in faction. Current follower faction. Run on quest alias. Oops, there we go. Run on quest alias Vigilance. So check Vigilance is recruited. And I want to copy that condition from the other one. Get faction rank, copy condition. Bone Wolf. There you go. So that will tell us if they are both currently recruited. And if they are, then Lucien will say Vigilance and Wolfie seem to be behaving well with one another. Set that to random, 24. Get random percent. Should we bother with one of these? Yeah, I might just set one down to less than 50. Remember, this is a hello rather than an idle, so the probabilities have to be much greater because you'll only get a hello when you confront Lucien, when you actually talk to him and activate him, engage him in dialogue. You'll get a random line from the stack. So you don't need to worry so much about get random percents for those because idols will spam you over time, whereas hellos you'll only get when you ask for them. So it's much more acceptable to have a line like that. Is it possible to have a tiny Lucien of your own? Yes, you'll find it in the Discord. If you search for Shimiji, S-H-I-M-E-J-I, in my Discord, you'll find it there. But I am planning on uploading it somewhere else, possibly on the Nexus at some point. But that's another job to do at some point. There we go. Done. Hello, all sorted. Right. Okay, guys, I think we're going to park it there because we're out of time. So I'm just going to pop back to camera to wrap things up. Here we are. Hello, it's me. So we're going to finish this in the next stream. I think we'll finish writing the lines and do some recording next time. We'll be back next week at the usual slot of 5 p.m. But I am certainly planning on being back 5 p.m. BST. So you'll have to stick that into Google to see what it is in your time zone. But I'm certainly planning on doing a stream before then. Probably at the weekend. I want to start the Batman Arkham series. We're going to be starting with Arkham Origins because I love that series and I really want to play it. So we're going to be doing that. Should be fun. And maybe some other streams as well. I will let you all know in the Discord when I'm planning on doing a stream so that you can be sure to tune in. So do join that Discord if you haven't done already to keep up with what's going on. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been really good to be back. And I really want to do loads more of these. It's been fantastic. Thank you all for being so lovely and for all those donations and everything. It's been really wonderful. Yeah, really hope you enjoyed it. And if you haven't done, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll find the link underneath the stream. That's where all these VODs go and all my other videos that I do. As I say, I'm working on a tutorial series right now, which I think a lot of you will enjoy. So yeah, do check out the channel. I'll just copy a link to that for you guys. If you haven't done, if you're not subscribed to that, please do subscribe to that. And if you're watching this on the VOD, please don't forget to like and subscribe the video. Subscribe the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. But yeah, do that if you're watching this in the future on the VOD. And maybe leave me a comment. Tell me if you enjoyed it, or if you think I was an idiot, or did something wrong, or you've got suggestions or anything. Comment. I like comments. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Smash that like button. And I will see you all again really soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.